Okay, before we move on to the budget, I would like to first answer the questions from we have one question. How we can apply multiple cash advances to multiple expenses. Let me check who. Yes, this question is from Gerard. Are you there? I think the current in the current version for each expense entry, we only can apply one cash advance against the expense. So, but we do have some. We heard from some clients who require to apply multiple cash advances against the same expenses. So we did some actually customizations, and if this is a very standard requirement for most of the clients, I think we can add options like to show multiple cash advances against the expenses, and we will provide you like a checkbox so you can select how many cash advances you would like to apply against the report. So you will see the balance for each cash advances in this screen. And but I'm not sure if this answered your question or you have more detailed requirements, like if you want to auto apply the cash advances without user to manually specifying the request. So this could be another solution. I'm not sure this answers the question. If you have more details you would like to provide, you can add tap into the chat box. And for the second question from, let me see. Kamal, you mean to do barcode cash advances? So the cash advance at the moment can be requested by the employees, by each individual employees. But if you want to do a barcode cash advance, does that mean you would like a key user to enter the cash advance for the employees and to submit the cash advance? We can provide some feature like I think to allow user to import the cash advance through the backend application. So you can make a spreadsheet with multiple cash advances and then import it to Sage 300. So we can allow the cash advance to be auto submitted. We already get the similar features for the other transactions. If you look at the scheduler here, so after some like the purchase requisition or AP invoices been imported through the backend, the web application will auto submit those imported transactions for approval. But I'm not sure that answered your question. All right. And Jinfeng, could you help me to look at the checkbox because I cannot find any message. Okay.
I guess I highly suspect Kevin, I think in the next session we need to drill down in more detail in cash advance. So there's one more question coming. How does cash advance integrate to the GL module for reconciliation purpose?
Cash advance, there are two different ways you can request a cash advance. So check the employee register. So Lin Jing has showed you how you can create a cash advance through the accounts payable. But there's another option I'm going to show that in some cases, I know especially in Africa region, a lot of customers will not choose to reimburse through the accounts payable. They would like to reimburse through the GL. So you will choose another option. And then there is a payment. So instead of being the expense being generated in the accounts payable, if you choose to reimburse through resource manager, no invoice will be generated in the accounts payable anymore. So you can make the payment through the resource manager payment. So you look at the resource manager, then travel expenses, transactions, you'll find a payment functionality under the resource manager. So there is another way you can pay the expenses. And from here, you will have the option to apply. For example, I have a user, so I can choose to apply a document. I can choose to apply the cash advances against expenses or to reimburse through the resource manager instead of in the accounts payable. So you can use the payment in resource manager for reconciliation or to apply your advances against your invoices. And then the GL journal entry will be generated after the payment entry been posted. So if you reimburse through the accounts payable, you will have a prepayment been generated in the accounts payable with a document number. So you get this number. And when you submit an expense report, you can specify the cash advance request. So this will be generated in the accounts payable with the cash advance number. Then it can be auto applied after the invoice been posted in the accounts payable. So I think we can give you a more detailed demo if necessary to show you the whole process.